Nah, I didn't get cracked last night, but last night I found out that my baby father, who I share a son with and I'm currently pregnant with our second child, had a baby on me earlier this year and cheated on me last summer with the girl, obviously. Um, so before I found out about the baby, because I get the mail sent to my house, I was already done with him. And I'm gonna take y'all back. And I'm gonna give y'all story time if y'all want a story time, but I'm gonna just so 2-3 days ago, I kicked him out because he kept dealing with this girl. The reason why he was dealing with this girl was because him and I, we've been going through a lot of stuff. We've been going back and forth. It's been a lot of tit for tat, you know. And I recently did some things with a person that he knew. And, you know, because he had a girlfriend. Shit, you don't care about me, we're done. I'm about to just deal with this dude. So I did that. He found out about it, get butthurt, right? Now, keep in mind what I said earlier. Butthurt about that, mind you. So he made me feel like shit for doing that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna give y'all more details, but this is just the gist. Like, it's more juicy details in between these crevices. Made me feel like shit for that, and was calling everybody like, Anita did this to me. She fucked this nigga that I knew and do. So I'm just like, oh my God, you know, I shouldn't have did that. Whole time, 2 days ago, he's still dealing with the girl. So mind y'all, prior to 2 days ago, we were trying to fix our relationship. It's been a little rocky since everything that has happened, since I found out about this girl, since he found out about the dude. It's been a lot of shit. But we were still trying to fix it and right our wrongs. He still was not, he didn't stop messing with that girl. He was riding her around in my car. She even has a highlight on her Instagram taking videos in my car that I pay for, because they don't have cars. So they gotta, you know, find their way around somehow, you know. So when I seen that highlight, because obviously I don't believe nothing that he say. I knew he was still dealing with the girl. When I seen that highlight, I was like, I politely told him he can go. He can leave. I'm done. Right? Now, mind y'all, this is before I found out about the secret baby, because this was 2 days ago. I found out about the baby last night. So he goes off and say, you know, just trying to make everything about me. Like, okay, this is all my fault. I did all of this. I ruined the family. I broke the family. I this, I that. Yeah. So I said, okay, it's cool. Like, I could take care of these kids by myself. Go be with her. Mind y'all, I ain't even gonna tell y'all. Hold on. I'm gonna tell y'all another part. He tells me he don't even want to be with the girl. He don't even like her for real. He's just using her because he don't have nothing of his own. She got a bed and a warm place to stay. So I was just done. I was just like, it's cool. I'm done with you. I'm cool. Go be with her, right? I get my mail yesterday. I get the mail yesterday. And I see names that I don't recognize. And I said, okay, so the girl he had the baby with was the girl that he was with before me. And I was just assuming, like, okay, maybe the baby is a little older and she's just now putting him on child support. No, that baby is 4 months. He went and had sex with her while me and him were still together. And in another part, I will tell you his reasoning on why he did that, because he is blaming me for the reason why he went to go and do this with that girl. It's my fault. And he's currently now in a new relationship trying to be a content creator. Mind you, this man is about to be 30 years old in March. And counting, has 10 kids, including the one in my belly. And does not have a job. Don't ask me why. I know. But if y'all want a story time, I'll disclose everything that I did, everything that he did. I'm a say names, all types of stuff. I'm not going to leave nothing out because I ain't going back to that shit. But yeah, so that was my night in my last 2 years. So I know y'all been waiting for the part 2. This is kind of like a part 1, but we're going to say it's a part 2. And I'm gonna do it backwards. And I know that's kind of weird, but if I start from the beginning, it's gonna just it's a lot. So I'm gonna take y'all from what I did that made everything go berserk, and then I'm gonna take y'all back so y'all can paint the picture and be like, oh shit, because still remember this whole time he had a secret baby. So still remember that. So mind y'all, when I was pregnant with my son, my whole pregnancy was terrible. Like, let's just start off there. I was working my whole pregnancy. He had a job for about like 4 months and then got fired and then didn't get a job until like a year later. So after my son was born, he got a supervisor job. I was really, really happy. So this was back in October 2024. He ended up getting a supervisor job, and everything was cool. Like, or so I thought everything was cool. Until I started noticing that he was started following a lot of girls that was working there. And I just was like, okay, cool. Not thinking too much of it, but I was still speculating. So we are in October. So in November, I ended up getting a bartending job, and I love the job. And I ain't gonna lie, I was already on the fence with my relationship, so I did choose to get sugar daddies, and I sold pictures and for extra money. And I did not tell him about it because I didn't feel like he needed to know about it, because he don't pay the bills. I pay all my bills myself. He don't pay my bills. He adds bills to me. That's what he does. So yes, I was a sugar baby, and I was it was like a lot of old dudes, like 60, 70-year-olds. They used to come to the bar and send me money, you know, pictures, whatever. Didn't really whatever. So he found out about that and was like, oh my God, you're cheating on me. You're doing this, you're doing that. And in the midst of this also, I used to always get a lot of DMs from dudes. So I would always reply and be like, oh, thank you. Like, people would say, oh, you look so pretty. I say, oh, thank you. So he go through my phone and he see all that. And he's like, oh my God, you're just fucking so many niggas. And I'm like, I'm not fucking none of these niggas. But the reason why he's saying that is because that's what he's doing. Like, he's doing that. I don't have to fuck none of these niggas for them to want to do stuff for me. Like, I don't have to touch nobody. They just gonna do stuff for me. Like, and he don't understand that. So, because he actually has to go fuck on girls for them to do stuff for him, and that's just ill, you know? So, anyway, that's what I did, and he got so butthurt over that, and he ended up posting this girl that he worked with. Her name is Nana. He ended up posting her and was like posting her like, oh, she's so pretty. He used to go to her house and all type of stuff like that, trying to make me jealous. And whole time I'm still just doing what I'm doing, because it's just like, I'm making money and you over there playing house. So for me, everything was strictly business. I didn't like none of these men. I didn't link up with none of these men. I didn't go on dates with none of these men. I rarely even talked to these men. For me, it was strictly business. I looked at it as a business transaction, yes. And I didn't feel nothing about it, because it was just like, we getting money, we need money. I don't understand. I can't DoorDash, my car was fucked up. What do you expect me to do? So y'all, he ended up losing his job after like 3 months. And I'm just like, yeah, I'm definitely still gonna keep doing it, because it's like it's never a consistency. It's never any consistency. And I'm the one that always have to come up with ways to make money. Oh, you need to do this. Oh, you need to do that. I'm a full-time student. Okay? I'm a full-time student chasing my degree. And I do live off government assistance. And at the time, they cut off my cash assistance. So that's why I was doing the pictures and stuff, because I had to make up for what I lost. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. But nobody understands that. They always was telling me, like, victimizing him and making me seem like I was the bad guy. Oh, you shouldn't do that. Girls not supposed to. You're supposed to hold yourself to a higher standard. Well, bitch, come pay my bills then. So then fast forward. We just going back and forth. And at this point, it is, so March. Hey, what's before? Yeah, it's March, beginning of March. And I find out that he have a girlfriend. The girl that he's with now, her name is Snoop. And he has a girlfriend. And follow me for part 2. So part 3. I said 2, but 3. Part 3. He ends up meeting that girl Snoop. And they kicking it. I mean, he posted her. She at his house. Well, it wasn't really his house. He was living with people, but he at his house. They just kicking it, vibing together. Yeah. And I'm like, okay, he really done. Like, he posted her saying that, oh my God, like, girlfriend this, girlfriend that. So I said, okay, cool, he really done. So, sadly, around the middle of March, our pastor ended up passing away, and rest in peace to him. And I reached out to my baby father because we both cared about him dearly. And we ended up going to the funeral together, hand in hand. And it was a really tough time for us. But in the back of my mind, I knew that my baby father still has a girlfriend. We still are not cool. And I'm not finna let our grieving restore this relationship, because it's been too much going on. But we're gonna go to this funeral together. And yes, we did, you know, cuddle and canoodle and whoopty whoop. But to me, it didn't mean anything because, like I said, he had a girlfriend. I feel like we were just trauma bonding at that time. So that night, I had to go to work. So this is the night of the funeral. I had to go to work. And it was a slow night. Mind you, like I said in the previous video, I was a bartender. And I'm hitting up people. Just hitting up people. 9 times out of 10 is dudes to come see me. One of the dudes I hit up was his friend. That he says they were friends, but whatever. I don't, you know, whatever. Leave it to him. They were besties, but I never, you know, yeah. So one of the people I hit up was his friend. He ended up coming to the bar. And like I said, I only hit these people up to get extra money because that particular night at the bar was really slow. They had like 5 bartenders working for a party, and that's just dumb to me when you really only need like 3 bartenders. So I wasn't making nothing. So yeah. So when I hit him up after my shift, we ended up going to the casino, and we had a good time. We kicked it, we laughed, kiki, haha, and I went home. And that was that. So then like a couple days later, or like a week maybe, we talking, we go out, and we end up having sex. And I didn't really, you know, care. But once my baby father, no, I'm skipping stuff. So when I did this with the guy, my baby father had no clue. He had no clue who it was. He didn't know anything. He was just like, I want my girl back. So mind you, he was dealing with Snoop and then left her and came back to me. And I was just like, I mean, you my baby father. Like, come on, like, let's kick it. Like, we can kick it. We can have fun. We can, you know what I'm saying? So, we kicking it, having a good time. And then this one particular night, this is weeks go by now. This is weeks that gone by. He goes to the club and he sees one of my ex-best friends. Now, this bitch, long story short, was mad because I didn't want to be her friend anymore. That's a whole nother story. And she ends up seeing my baby father and telling him, like, oh, yeah, I didn't know you and her was still cool because she fucking your friend. So that's how he found out that who I was dealing with, like, who it was, because of a hater. Like she's... It's a whole nother story. So when he found out about that, he now mind y'all, don't forget, he still has a secret baby. So when he finds out about this, he comes in my house crawling on his knees like, Anita, please don't tell me. Please don't tell me it was him. And I'm just like, I didn't say nothing. I ain't deny her or nothing, because I'm like, how the fuck he find out? But it was that bitch, hating ass bitch, that whole fucking time. Come with me to part, what, 4? Okay, so this is part 4. So yeah, he all like, you know, Anita, please don't tell me that is him. I'm like, how the fuck you find out? Like, I'm confused. So it's a whole thing. He cries to my mama. He cries to me. He cries to everybody. He just crying to everybody, saying, I can't believe she did this to me. I just can't believe it. All this stuff I done did for this girl, she done just did this to me. So I'm just like, oh my God. He's like, and then you gonna go to the funeral with me and pretend this and pretend. I said, ain't nobody was pretending. You still was with little Snoopy over there. You was still with her. Ain't nobody was pretending. All that shit was real. So don't try to do that. You know, don't try to do that. My light went on. But hold on, I hope it stay on. But yeah, I'm like, don't try to do that. My better ring light died. But so anyway, yeah, so he was saying, doing all of that, and I'm like, don't do that. Like, you didn't just have a whole girlfriend. Like, you wasn't just fucking a whole nother girl, saying that y'all was having threesomes, he was saying all type of crazy stuff, saying, oh, y'all gonna get her pregnant and all of that. And I'm just like, please stop. Like, you know, if we gonna do this, like, at least be real and say the stuff that you was saying and do, and the stuff that you was doing. Like, what? So he crying to my mama, crying to everybody, calling his siblings, crying to them, saying all that, have everybody talking to me like, oh, Anita, you shouldn't have did that. That's not ladylike. You're not supposed to be doing that. Whole time, these motherfuckers don't know that he had a baby on me. And then that's why I say I'm gonna tell y'all why he did that too. So he making a whole big deal out of this. And the whole time he got a secret kid, y'all. Like, that's what's fucking me up. Like, I'm like, you over here, like, basically dogging me, making me feel like shit, telling me saying all the stuff I did for you, everything I did for you, which was barely anything, but give me these kids, which I love, thank you. But made me feel like shit, y'all, for these past couple months. And this whole time, he been keeping this shit from me for a whole year. Okay, part 5 on the reason why my baby father said that he got another girl pregnant and blamed it on me and said it was my fault. So when I was 8 months pregnant with our son, he broke up with me for asking for affection. Right? That's crazy, right? I'm asking him for affection. He breaks up with me and said I'm asking for too much. So I said, okay, bet. So I was cool on that. I said, okay, we can be done. This dude, his name was Gio. He ended up posting some perfumes that he was buying and stuff. And I said, okay, can you buy me one? I'll send you money for it. He was like, no, love, I'll just buy it for you and I'll give it to you. And then he started flirting with me. I'm not finna fuck with no dude while I'm pregnant. So I said, you know what? We could probably fuck with each other after I have my son, you know, and, you know, we can go out, whatever, do, you know, whatever. So the end of the conversation at that dude ended up telling his friends like, oh yeah, I'm finna start fucking with Trap Baby Mama. I don't know why he started doing that, because that just was like, ugh, you will never talk to me. But he ended up doing that, and then my baby father ended up finding out, and then was like, oh, he kicked me out his the house and put all my stuff in the rain when I was 8 months pregnant, and then end up having a girl named Desi come over, rub his feet, and then after that, we end up, because I was pregnant, y'all. Y'all may be like, okay, so why the fuck are you still dealing with this nigga? He's obviously fucked up. I was having my first baby. I really wanted my family. I really wanted to be in a relationship. I really wanted to be in love. I really wanted love, and it wasn't love that I had received. It wasn't that. And I can say that I genuinely didn't love myself at the time, and even probably, you know, a week ago. But, you know what I'm saying? Shit happens. So, yeah, the girl, he ended up posting a girl rubbing his feet and all of that. And then me and him ended up trying to get it back together and all of that. So I asked him, because we was broken up for like a couple weeks. And I was like, did you end up having sex with anybody during the time that we was broken up? And he said no, right? So 3 months later, I ended up finding out that he indeed did have sex with this girl. Her name was Tuki. And he had sex. Yeah, he had sex with her. And I only found out because she ended up dogging him on Instagram, and he gonna text me like, just know I always love you. I'm like, what? And was posting videos of her and him laid up in the bed. I said, what the fuck? So then I ended up asking DMing Gio, asking him for his number, and I ended up talking to him on the phone. And he was like, oh, do your baby daddy even do anything for you? Like, I can do this for you. I said, no, he don't. And so then the nigga, because he talks so much, he ended up saying like, oh yeah, Trap is this, he is this. So then my baby daddy ended up finding out about that. So that is why. And so then a year later, he goes and fucked this girl. So that is why he said that he went and did that girl and got her pregnant because of that. And I know y'all are like, oh my God, Anita, like, you too pretty for this. I know I'm too pretty for this. I know. I'm realizing it now. Like, and when y'all are dealing, like, y'all probably have never dealt with a narcissist, but they will literally trap you in your mind and make you feel like less than, and make them feel so superior over you, and you forget your self-worth, you forget everything, you forget a lot. So you end up forgetting a lot about yourself. And But like I said, I forgot a lot about myself. I forgot about my power. And as far as everybody telling me to get an abortion, I was heavily thinking about that. But the last time I had an abortion, it was a lot of things that went wrong. And I'm kind of scared. So y'all are being very mean. Y'all are being very, like, very rude. And I was trying to refrain on saying that because I'm like, damn, they gonna think I'm dumb for keeping a baby, woo, woo, woo. But it's like, I'm a full-time student working towards my degree in stenography. So regardless, me and my kids are going to be okay. I graduate in a year. So I'm not worried about being able to take care of my kids, taking care of myself. I'm not worried about none of that. I don't need a man for nothing. As obviously, you know, I am working on myself. I attend therapy this Thursday. I'm getting back right with God. Like, it's a lot of things that I'm working towards. So I appreciate all of the good comments that I've been getting, all of the love that I've been getting, but I don't appreciate all of the rude comments that I've been getting, because obviously if I didn't want to share my story, I would have kept it to myself. But I just felt like it's people out there that has been through things like this, and it's always a light at the end of the tunnel. So, and y'all obviously never been with a fucking narcissist.